The first thing you will need for this project is 2 lengths of 2x4 timber. We are using the treated timber today, however you can use just regular timber, plain square edge timber. The first thing we're going to do is to cut the 2 lengths to size. You are looking for a piece of timber that is 128 centimetres long or 50.5 inches. So you want 2 lengths of them. You will then also require 2 spacer blocks. They measure slightly wider than the timber that you are using. So this timber measures 96 millimeters wide, and we have cut these blocks at 100 millimeters. This allows for the front leg to fold away without getting caught up. The next thing to do is to position the blocks. So you want 1 block on the end of the shave horse. This is the end that you're going to be sitting on. And you need the second block 21 inches from this end in. Then you've got to screw and fix with 2 screws in each of the positions like so. The next thing you need to do is cut another block 100 millimeters wide with an 18-degree angle on it. This fits at the front of the shave horse, and that fits in 90 millimeters from the front of the shave horse, and then you fix it in there using 4 screws like so. The next job is to cut 3 more pieces of 4x2, the same as you use for the bed of your shave horse. They measure 2 foot long or 61 centimeters. Discard one to one side, that's going to be your front leg. We're going to make the rear legs first. You need to put a curve on the end of the rear leg. So we use like a tin can to draw around, and then you just cut around on it. And then we need to find the centre of the timber and then measure in from the top 45 millimeters. And then we're going to drill a hole using our Woodall auger bit, ultra smooth auger bit. So we're just going to drill the hole through. The legs are now ready to attach to the shave horse body. We will be using coach bolts. They're 110 millimeters long, 10 mil in diameter. We have used a 11 mil drill bit. We will use a washer, and we will use a nylock to tighten up. You need to measure the hole through the body, and that measurement is 113 millimeters from the end of the shave horse. And then you drill your 11 mil hole. You are now ready to fit the front leg. You offer the front leg into position, and then we use little spacers to make sure that it is in the right position. So we put them in to make sure that it's sitting central, and then we take a clamp and clamp it in position. The next thing we need to do is to mark 2 parallel lines, so it's parallel with the legs coming up. And then we find the centre of the lines that we've got there, and we've measured up 24 mil, and that's the point that we need to drill. We're going to take our drill, we're going to drill through the body of the shave horse and just into the leg, so we mark it, and we will do the same the other side, and then we will drill the leg later all the way through. We are now ready to fit the front leg. We drilled the leg all the way through, and we've marked the top of the leg so we know the orientation. So we offer the leg into position, and then we're going to use a 200 mil by 10 mil coach bolt, a large washer and a nylock on the outside. We're going to use also 2 little spacer washers that go in between the leg and the body. The next thing we need to do is get a bit of 4x2 and cut an 18-degree angle on it. This piece of wood is going to go onto the legs, and then it allows the legs to lock into position. Like so. We're going to then fix with 2 screws each side, drilled and countersinked in. You are now ready to make the seat. This is made from a 9-inch piece of gravel board which measures 1 inch thick and is 22 inches long or 56 centimetres. We taper the edge down, so we measure down 250 mil or 10 inches, and we put a slight taper on it here, and then we round the corners the other end. That is fixed on to the bed of the shave horse. I always like to leave a little bit of a gap at the back of the shave horse, line it up, and then we fix it in using 40mm screws, and we use 3 each side. It is now time to make the work bed. This is made from a 6-inch wide, 1-inch thick piece of gravel board that measures 21.5 inches long or approximately 55 centimetres. You need to taper the end of the board, so you measure down 6.5 inches and then 3 inches wide at the top and taper it off to that. We fix this to the bed using a 4-inch butt hinge, which is stainless steel. The best way of doing this is to fix it to the board first before fixing it to the frame. The next thing we need to do is drill a hole to fit the arms onto the bed. So we've made a pin like this that's going to go through, or you could use a dowel like so, which is available from any hardware store. The measurement for this is 16 inches in and 25mm in from the edge. So that's the edge that the bed sits on. That's approximately an inch in. We're using a 29mm bit or 1.125", and we're going to drill straight through here, like so. Then we're going to reverse it over and do the same. What we're going to do now is level up the shade floors. We're going to use a spirit level and we're going to lay it on the bed and then make adjustments to each of the legs until the spirit level shows that it's level. Don't forget to do it in both directions. Once we've got it level, which we've done that, we will get a couple of blocks and we're going to mark around each of the legs like so, and then we can saw them off and that will be level. The next job is to make the arms. We use CLS for that. This is available in any builder's merchants. It measures 63mm in this direction and about 37 in this width, in the width. We've rounded the edges off. You need to cut a length that is going to be approximately 29 inches long. So measure out your 29 inches and cut it off. Then we need to mark the timber up, and the measurements you will need are from the end, 1.5" or 40mm. Then you need, from that measurement, you need to measure a further 9 inches or 23 centimetres, and that's where we're going to drill the holes. We're going to use our 29mm drill bit to do that. We're going to drill each piece separately, not go straight through.